A great example of being creative and doing exercise anyway is the kitchen workout I've seen you doing.
Yeah, I do some funny little workouts actually. I when the kettle's boiling, I mean, gosh, if someone could see me in my flat, so people would wonder what on earth I'm doing. But when I'm cooking or I've got the kettle boiling, I will do some little press ups against the work surface. I'll do some squats at the work surface. I'll do some jogging on the spot. Yeah, and the same as if I'm watching television. I have to admit, I don't actually watch a huge amount of television. I do, I keep quite active in the evenings and things. But if I am enjoying some television, if an advert break comes on, I will try and get up and move. It's like my little cue to say, you've been sat down for long enough, get up and move around. So I have on my Instagram account, I have actually filmed a couple of sofa workouts and desk workouts and kitchen workouts just to try and inspire people to say, actually, you don't need a gym membership. You can just incorporate these funny little workouts just in your own home without really needing much time and using up much time. And you can fit that into your life because most people cook, most people boil a kettle, for a cup of tea. So while that kettle's boiling or while your food is cooking, you can just start doing a bit of movement and strengthening up those muscles by doing some simple exercises. So yeah, so I'm a huge a believer of trying to incorporate exercise in your home.
It's great that you use this ad as a trigger whenever you're doing something, and if you have a trigger, you do it, and you condition yourself in a way of when you find that there's an ad, you just get up and do some activities.
Yeah, and I think I try and yeah, you're so right. I really try and tell my patients this actually because I know most people watch television in the evening. For example, if you watch a soap, I mean, is that an hour long? With I don't know if they have advert breaks on, but for example, I'm sure there's loads of different TV programs that people watch with advert breaks, and so I always say, just challenge yourself this week to get up every time an advert break comes on and encourage the family to do it with you as well and either do some exercise or jog on the spot or just walk around. And I think people find that a lot more digestible to think, okay, when an advert break comes on, that's 4 minutes of doing some activity. And I think that's quite an achievable way of doing exercise. And without you realizing, that is actually doing exercise.
What separates a good workout from a great workout, Christy?
Oh gosh, that's a that's really that's like a very individual and personalized, I guess, because there's always going to be a day where you just don't want to exercise, but you should. So you might do your workout and you just didn't really have that energy, you didn't really love it, you didn't really feel like you had the energy to do that extra repetition, or you didn't really get deep into that squat or whatever. And you might feel, well, I've done it, but it wasn't great. I have that a lot. And I think, but there's days where I have so much energy and I could carry on forever and I feel really energized and happy. And I think it's really individualized. I think I guess it just completely depends on your mood, how much energy you're feeling. Have you eaten that day? Have you had a bad day? I think it doesn't really matter as long as you do it and just try and enjoy it as much as possible. I think for me, you just need to have fun with your exercise, and you need to not beat yourself up if you do have a bit of a well, you don't feel you've done a particularly good workout or you've stopped halfway through because you can't be bothered going on. Just be grateful that you've done some exercise, you've moved, you've got into your workout gear, you've done something, and don't beat yourself up, and maybe have a rest day the next day and get back on it the day after.
It happens to all of us. We have some days where we don't feel like working out and we just do it. And sometimes it actually spike up our mood.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I think I think it's really important not to beat yourself up about it. And I think what I've realized now is, if I've forced myself, or I say forced, but if I've said to myself, look, I'm definitely going to do an exercise routine today, and I've really not been up for it, I then have to think to myself, well, why am I not up for it? Is it because maybe I'm coming down with something? Or is it because I've not had enough sleep? Or maybe I've not fueled my body with enough food that day? So actually, that's probably a day where you should say, well, maybe I'll just rest today. and maybe I just won't do any exercise, because actually, you can over exercise and actually you can overdo it. So I think it's really important to just recognize how your body is feeling, and listen to it. And there are going to be days where you feel much more up for it, and your workout will probably be much better for it. It'll be more energized. And so I think it's just being aware of what your body wants that day. I think that's really important.
Thanks for watching this video till the end. If you have any questions or any suggestions, please comment in the comment section. I will be happy to answer them. Let me know what's your favorite insight from this video. Send me a message at Success Insights TV on Instagram.